Thanks for coming in such a large number. Right, so not much to talk about myself. I'm a simple runner, right, and I do many things in the space of running. Right, as I already said, I'm into nutrition, I'm into movement, I'm a movement specialist basically. So whatever comes in the movement, whether it is running or walking, I do the analysis. I specialize in running, gait analysis, and I do the movement corrections, pain management, rehabilitation, very specific strength and conditioning sessions for athletes because I understand the movement, I understand the sport, I help them build more competence in that, and to cover everything I also do the nutrition. So this is all about me, right? And I've been doing this for past almost 8 years now. Before that I was into IT, spent like 2 decades in IT. Decided to get off the career back and said I want a life of my own, and this is where I am. And as a runner, I've been running for past 11 years now, just completed 11 years. Run enough marathons, I don't remember it now. I'm a Boston qualified runner, and I do run 10Ks, half marathons and marathons. Not into much of ultra, but I don't mind going. Right now my focus has been all into 10K and half because full marathon takes a lot of time, dedication and so many other things that needs to be done. Don't have time for that, so I've consciously stepped back and said we'll keep it for later. That's more about me. Okay, so if you want to know more about me, then my phone number is available. Please feel that call. We'll have a chat anytime. I'll just run through the points which you guys have shared. If you have anything else, we'll cover. We'll just note it down here and cover others. How can one build optimum nutrition plan with commonly available food? Pre and post race nutrition. I would say run nutrition. Instead of just focusing on race. Race is one time. Right? Nutrition during the race. Then specific for women runners. Common nutrition mistakes which runners can avoid. Right? These are the 7 points sent to me. Any other things you want to add, we can add. So if it comes in the flow, we can take it up then and there. Otherwise, we can address it separately. Right? Yeah. So I want this session to be more interactive, where I want you guys talking more than me. Okay, it's a collective knowledge. Right? So before getting into nutrition for running, right? Let us understand what is nutrition. Can anybody tell me what you understand when we talk about nutrition?
Different constituents of food that should be included in your meals that get right.
So typically you say what you eat.
Diet, balanced diet, healthy diet.
Diet. Healthy diet. Okay.
Balanced diet.
Balanced diet. Then
the right combination of carbs, protein, fat.
so we are balancing the so-called macros, right? Okay. Now my next simple question is, why there is a differentiation between a diet and a nutrition? We have a big universities offering PhD in dietetics and totally different nutrition, right? Masters in nutrition. Why did somebody separate it? Because or whatever you are saying, food is all about diet. Diet is what we eat. So what is nutrition? We use the term reversibly, but it's different. Any idea what is nutrition?
Diet is what we eat,
Right?
nutrition is what comes out of what we eat, right? So basically what
comes out is only nutrition.
Something else, yeah.
So when we talk about diet, it don't have to be nutrition. It can be taste, it can be fun, anything.
Diet is what we eat and nutrition is what our body needs.
Okay.
The healthier elements of the diet, the healthier elements of the diet are nutrition.
What is health?
Something which is beneficial for us.
Then tell me one food that is not healthy in any way.
Gujarati.
I take offense. If diet talks about diet talks about food and nutrition talks about carbohydrate, protein, the breakup of macro and micro.
Yeah, so basically maybe the building blocks of what the body needs to survive and then to perform.
So, okay, so let's not stress this anymore. So, by definition, right, diet, when we talk about diet, it's all about food. All the things you said, no macros, micros, right, healthy eating, balanced eating, everything comes under diet. Now, nutrition is something much more big. Right? Nutrition covers all the other food, which is diet, and also all the aspects that help you make use of what you eat. How many of you cook? All of you. Well, at least you have been exposed to cooking. May not. You are regular cooking.
Is Maggie considered?
Also, anything. Okay. So now, let us say you have a list of ingredients, right? If I take a pot, put everything, switch on the stove, will it cook?
Yes, it will.
Good.
But why is there some saying, do this, first put tadka, put onion, wait till golden brown, then put this. Why do we need all those steps?
Tasty.
Not only tasty,
Taste.
it is sometimes it's to avoid overcooking, sometimes to avoid undercooking, right? So we are creating an environment where each of these things happen properly, right? Similar way when we talk about nutrition, it's very easy to say, give a list and say, right, morning. I'm sure if you have got any dietitians, you will relate to that. Morning, eat overnight soap oats, 1 cup. Top with almonds, walnut, 1 teaspoon chia seeds, wonderful, everything. Morning, every day eat, fine. Right? This is what we eat. But when it goes in, do we have the right environment to make use of whatever nutrients that are going in? Is the pot ready to accept it? Is the pot already full where whatever you are putting is overflowing? Right? So, all these things, right? How you eat, why you eat, when you eat, what you eat, everything is nutrition. Right? It's not only that. When you eat, how is your body? Is your body stressed? Are you relaxed? Have you got enough sleep? Everything that affects the absorption and utilization of nutrients is also covered under nutrition. It is nourishing the body. Right? It's just not eat. Right? So that's the main difference between nutrition and diet. If you really ask me, diet is for patients. It's a chart, description, morning, 1, 2, 3, evening, 1, 2, 3, right? It doesn't tell you why you should eat it. It doesn't tell you how you should eat it. Right? It's just like popping a tablet or eat 1 bowl of ovary oats, you're done. Right? So nutrition is much more than what we eat. That's what we need to understand. Right? It's nourishment of the body. Okay, now, we never talk, when we talk about nutrition, we never talk whether you are a runner, cyclist, whatever, right? What we need to understand is there is a non-athlete and there is an athlete. Whether you are amateur, pro, I don't care. Whoever is doing a focused workout of any sort, be it weightlifting, be it running, be it cycling, he is an athlete. He is doing something which is not normal to sedentary living. Are you with me here? So, nutrition as a base is common for everybody. That is to maintain your health. You are an athlete, your requirements grow. How many of you started running to lose weight? Okay. So, how many of you started cutting down on your intake after you started running? How is it helping you? Okay. See, this is the thing that is really worrying, right? A sedentary person requires, let us say, X amount of nutrients. What happens when we work out? We damage our body, we inject stress. Any workout is stress, believe me. Any workout you are putting load on muscles. Running is one whole body high impact workout, right? It's more impactful than weightlifting. Right? So now a sedentary individual requires X amount of nutrients. We are on a suicidal mode, going and running on road 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, right? And damaging our body and cutting down on eating because we want to lose weight. Doesn't match. Right? So first and foremost, we need to understand that before a runner, you are a human being, you need to eat for your health. Health comes first, fitness comes afterwards. You can be a very fit individual, but very unhealthy. I don't want to take up instances of how many athletes have collapsed or whatever, right? Just because somebody is able to run 24 hours, that doesn't mean they are healthy. Please understand. Just because somebody is very thin, that doesn't mean he is healthy. Just because somebody is fat, doesn't mean they are unhealthy. If you find sumo wrestlers, they are the most healthiest people on earth. Obese. Still they are healthy. Right? So, this is my take on nutrition. Right?
How do you define healthy?
Good. Okay. So, how do we define healthy? Being healthy is number one, your body is able to do what it is meant to do. Right? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you feeling hungry? Do you know when you are full? Do you have your energy levels constant throughout the day? Right? Are you doing things that you like to do, such as your hobby? Right? Do you have enough energy to play with your kids? Do you have enough energy to spend time with your wife or spouse, whoever? Right? This is our body doing its job and helping it to accommodate the lifestyle. This is the definition of healthy. Even any international bodies, right, which NASAM or ACE, the simple requirement for anybody to be healthy is around 2 hours of workout, 120 minutes at the most. That's enough for us in terms of health. Anything beyond, we will be very focused and be strong and be ourselves. Right? So, that is health. Now, beyond that comes fitness. You are fit to run a 10K. You are fit to run 24 hours. You are fit to lift 100 kilos. That's fitness. Right? You can be fit and every other day you are falling sick. your body is not recovering from your workout, right? That's not the sign of being healthy. Do I make it clear? What is health and what is fitness? So, for all the people who use exercise for weight loss, please don't do it. Any exercise has a very specific purpose. Cardio is to improve your heart, lungs, vascular system. Weight training, resistance training is to improve your strength, power, right? It's not a tool for weight loss. If you are into any specific sports, please plan and fuel your workouts so that you get benefit out of that and also not get injured. Fine? Super. So now, coming to what runner should eat or drink, right? So my simple answer is eat whatever that's required to fuel your body. Okay? So on an average, right, if you talk about a sedentary individual, most of us need all the macronutrients in a good balance. We need to eat carbohydrates, we need to eat proteins, we need to eat fats, we need to eat enough fiber in terms of, we have vegetables or fruits every day, right, in a balanced proportion, right? So, not getting into too much of detail why we require protein and all those things, no? That will go on forever, right? So, on an average, I'm talking about sedentary individuals, right? In terms of gender, women have lesser requirement for energy and overall nutrient because they are small in size relatively. Men, the requirement of nutrients is little bit more, right? But the proportions are same. All of us need everything, right? And generally, women, I would say 3 to 4 portions of carbs, proteins, veggies, and fats. Men, I would say 4 to 5 or even 5.5 portions. This is for sedentary individuals. Okay. Now, when it comes to runners, it depends on what is the kind of workouts or mileage you are putting. Okay. So, again, contradictory to all the beliefs, right? Running is a aerobic activity. Right? When I say aerobic, predominantly running happens on fat as a fuel. But that doesn't mean you don't need carbohydrates. Right? Carbohydrate is the main source of energy for any of the aerobic activity also. It burns. Both the things get burned. It's not, when I say fat, only fat burns, right? Predominantly fat burns. But parallelly, carbohydrates also burns, right? So, most of the endurance athletes, I would say, add at least 2 to 3 portions of extra carbohydrate, depending on how intense your training is, how easy is your training, right? When I say easy, like let us say you're doing a mileage is a wrong term. Let us say you're running only 2 to 3 hours a day, which falls under a normal workout routine even for a sedentary individual water. We really don't need to think about extra nutrition. But if you are really putting in 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, it involves your long runs, involves maybe high intensity runs, maybe tempo, intervals, right? On an average, weekly, every day you need to increase your intake. It's not that I did my long run today, okay, I'm free to overload myself with whatever. Right? So it will take anywhere between 48 to 70 hours for your body to recover. It's just not one day. You might be ready to run next day, but body takes easily 48 to 72 hours for recovery. Post every intense workout. Right? So through the week, every damn day you need to up your intake. Right? Ideally, good portion of protein and carbohydrate. Everything goes up. In the vegetable intake also goes up. Right? If you really ask me, is there a special nutrition for runners or any athletes? I would say no. Okay. So we will talk about where that speciality comes into picture. But during our training period, yes sir.
Just one question. So when we talk about fat and carb being the main, nutrients we
Source of
provide
fat.
for the thing. Whereas whenever there is a discussion on food and these things, it's all about protein. So why is that coming to the picture?
Sure.
When
Okay.
I'll just supplement that question. There are
Here, can you open the door? It's too stuffy. Unless
Yeah, we can.
you just keep it
Those
open.
are not protein.
There are
two important proteins, right? One is that, whatever per gram of body weight, etc., or whatever is there. There is, at least I know because of some people who think that all of this is like a new thing. Our parents or our previous generation never had so much protein. This is like a new thing which is created. कि बहुत से नए research paper में आ रहा है. पहले ऐसा कुछ था नहीं. So what is?
Yeah, okay. So, let me address. Okay. So, in general, first let us understand that when it comes to source of energy, right, it is carbohydrates and fats. They give you energy to work out. Right? Proteins are basically building blocks of our body. Even though body can derive energy from protein, if we are in that stage where body has to depend on protein, believe me, that's a bad thing to happen. Right? It's like you want to repair this building, you need some cement and brick here, so you break this wall and so when we say protein is being used for energy, right? That is the analogy I can give you. Right? That is a bad thing to happen. So both are important. For source of energy, we require carb and fat. Right? For building, repair, immunity, everything we require protein. So I already mentioned, all the athletes are in a suicide mode. Our body is not required to do this exercise. If you want to be healthy, I'm not saying that not doing bad things, right? If you want to be just healthy, our body doesn't require all these things. A good brisk walk is good. Maybe body weight workout 1 or 2 times a week. They are good enough to be healthy. Right? I can quote hundreds of examples on it. Right? But when we are having specific athletic goals, we require fuel. So automatically, the protein intake also goes up because we are damaging our body, right? So our protein requirement goes up. For energy to do workout, carbs and fat also need to go. So overall, during our training days, it all goes up proportionally. Anywhere between, depending on your intensity, mileage you put, right? 1, 2, 3 portions, it can go up. Does that answer your question? Second part of your question, our ancestors never did this. It's all in it, right? Our ancestors never ran.
So they did a lot of physical activities, what we hear, again.
Right, but they were all under low impact. They used to work in fields, perfect. That was the daily routine. Right? What we do, 2 hours max in a day, we go pound on the concrete roads, 22 hours we sit. Right? So that's a difference. Our ancestors even though they were doing strenuous workout, they had a balanced food, right? I still remember, right, when I was saying maybe when we were growing up, I'm from a vegetarian family, right? So there were no days when we didn't have a minimum 2 kinds of dry vegetable, palya or curry, right? Sambar was mandatory, curds was mandatory, right? I'm from a typical South Indian family, right? So there were no days where we didn't have these basic elements on plate, and we never bothered about how much I ate. I ate till I was full, and I used to go and work out, right? Now, we probably you'll find even people who will have a weighing scale next to them, put the rice in that first and say, oh, I ate 100 grams of rice today. Right? So that's the difference. They had a balanced meal and their workout routine, everything was consistent. It was not too strenuous, right? And it was not something that broke them, their body. So that is the difference. Right? So today what has happened, nuclear family, it's more become a convenience rather than a requirement. Right? Okay, fine, एक चपाती हो गया, सब्जी बनाओ या दाल बनाओ, दोनों क्यों बनाओ? Right? I even hear people telling when I say you have to eat sabzi, right? Or in general vegetable, and they'll be surprised when I tell them paneer masala is not a sabzi. Right? Sabzi is made out of vegetable, not any accompaniment that we eat with food. Right? So we need that amount of vegetables also. We need so much of protein also. Right? I'm not saying you should eat only meat or egg or consume supplements to get protein. Yeah, dal is a good source of protein. All beans are good source of protein. Right? So, in general, cyclists, runners, whoever it is, depending on your intensity, your base level nutrition has to be there. On top of that, we eat more for our work. Does that answer your question?
To an extent, yes. So let's say, just like you quoted, you also come from a vegetarian family. So historically, there is a particular kind of meal that are made at home. So typically, let's say, as you pointed out, so dal, sabzi, roti, whatever, curry, rajma, whatever. So these kind of things will be there. So that is also a source of protein. So do you need protein supplements also?
That depends on how much of dal you are eating. If it is a pakka dal, like one small katori where you show the protein, you add, yeah, dal is here. It also depends on how much quantity you are eating.
How about the Siridanya, which is a trending now? It used to be the staple food in the past.
Okay. So guys, so I'll answer this question, but first let us answer this because more from the runner's perspective we are getting into individual diet part. Please, I'll definitely answer your question. I'll make it over. Fine? So this is what it is. So simple things, advice for you runners or any athlete cyclists, right? Yes. First, understand that you are consuming basic portions of all variants of food, carbs, proteins, fats, vegetables, right? 4 to 5 portions for men and maybe 3 to 4 portions for women, right? Then athletes increase it a little bit depending on your intensity, mileage, right? Every day of the week. It's not on a workout day, right? Every day of the week. Right? So,
Are the portions side for different same? Like
okay, so see, what I teach is basically hand portions. Right? I don't believe in measuring. Right? It's too much stressful. Right? So, simple thing what I do is your fist is a portion for size for vegetables. Whatever I am showing is all volumes. Right? If I keep my this is the plate, if I keep my hand, this much portion of vegetable. It's not what I can carry inside. No. So this is for vegetables. Palm size for protein. Right? So typically more than a cup of thick dal, not patla dal. Right? It is liquidy and 2 cups, right? T for protein, T for palm, right? Then fat is about your thumb. Works out on an average a tablespoon, right? And then if you make a scoop out of your hand, whatever you can carry with your hand is going to be a cup.
The first is
Vegetable, palm for protein, thumb for fat, scoop for vegetables or carbs. Right? So now how this calculation work is
that one portion or?
that's one portion.
So when you
Like that, 4 to 5 for men, 3 to 4 for women.
per each
In a
meal?
day. Guys, any question to me? Otherwise I'll be here till 9 o'clock. See, typically, the source of fat, all nuts, seeds, right? Oils, ghee and all are extracts, cheese, right? All these are sources of fat, right? Also animal fat, coconut, all these are fat. So even oils extracted from maybe sunflower, that's extracted from a seed, rice bran, right? All these are fats. Okay? So it's like a thumb. Even if you are eating almonds, maybe my thumb I count around medium size almond, I count around 8. Peanuts, again nuts, I count around 20. Right? It's like you keep your finger, how much ever equals to that, that is on an average gives you one portion. In terms of oil, 1 tablespoon. Right? So medium size chapati will come to 1 portion because that's the amount of dough you take. Right? So this is the general thing I do. So this helps me wherever I go. I don't need to bother about whether it's 100 gram, 120 grams. It really doesn't.
So mostly the vegetarian sources of protein, right? They are said like beans or anything. People say that there is less protein and more fat and other things as well. Rather, we should eat more lean proteins like eggs or chicken or fish. So how to do that and how does it really?
Can I have a water?
Also, is it complete amino profile? People say that vegetarian sources are not complete.
Okay, so most of the animal source proteins, when I say animal source, it is from animal, not animal itself.